Hi everybody. It's Friday and that's a good thing. I know that some of you this weekend will get busy working on your Unit 3 essays, and so there's a few things I wanted to be sure that you've noticed in your unit resources and the instructions for the essay. Especially if you are not used to writing formal essays, you may not be accustomed to some of the basic expectations of the formal essay. So bear with me just a second. I'm going to go through these things and then we'll head out for the weekend. The first thing is, for this assignment, the Unit 3 essay, there's a very specific structure that is assigned. If you'll go into your learning guides, you will see that structure. There's a thesis statement structure, a template where you can just drop your topic and your points in so that it'll be in the correct format, as well as the organizational pattern that it follows. The learning guides the study guides do a really good job of walking you through those and talking about why you would choose one over the other. And the unit also gives you an example essay of each of those organizational patterns. So not only do you have lots of instructions there and very specific materials, but you also have some examples that you can look at as well. And that's always helpful. I think students appreciate that a lot. The other thing that sometimes I think students misunderstand about our essays is the revision process. You will write your essays and you will revise them in the next unit, but you don't need to think in your head that the Unit 3 essay is a rough draft. It is not a rough draft. It will be graded just like any other essay will be graded. So you need to make it as good as you can make it. Don't just, throw down a rough draft and turn that in. That wouldn't make for a very good score, and you would be very disappointed, as would I. I wouldn't want that for you either. So please don't think about this as a rough draft, even though you know that you will be revising in Unit 4. It's just a good opportunity to get a nice clean draft in there, as clean as you can get it, and then I will give you feedback on cleaning it up even further and make an even better grade on the Unit 4 essay. You do need to keep in mind also, again, if you're not used to writing formal essays, it's not customary to use first and second pronouns. First pronouns are personal pronouns, I, we, us, our, and second person pronouns are anything that has the Y-O-U, the U in them. We don't use those in our formal essays, so be sure you don't have those there. A couple of things that would be very good friends to you through the rest of this course. Number one is the CSU Citation Guide. You'll notice on your assignments that you have rubrics, grading rubrics, and those are actually the rubrics that I use when I grade your essays. Within those rubrics, I do look for the APA citations as they are spelled out in the CSU Citation Guide. So it's very important to get familiar with that resource and be sure that you're using it. Nobody expects you to memorize all that stuff. You just need to have that resource for you so you can look those citations up as you go. No problem whatsoever at all. You don't have to memorize it. The other resource that I think that sometimes students forget about is our Writing Center. We do actually have a Writing Center where we have tutors there who will actually go through your essay with you and show you some things that possibly need to be corrected before you submit it for a grade. This is a great resource for obvious reasons. I really like to suggest and recommend strongly to students who are coming back to school after being away for a while. I do think that the Writing Center helps build your confidence a little bit too. I know it's scary, especially for the first essay, to be putting all this stuff together and then submitting it knowing that you're going to get a grade on it. I'm looking forward to reading your papers. A few of you have already turned them in. And the rest of you'll follow, I guess, through Tuesday, which is your due date for this first essay. So good luck out there. Have a wonderful weekend and get those essays in. Talk to you again soon.